Welcome back to my Twisted Life TV Poetry. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of This Is Us Season 3, Episode 18, Her. I just realized I don't know what the title was directly referring to, because majority of the time the episodes are about one of the women on the show, so I'm not specifically sure about her. But I tell you that NBC must have been seriously worried about the fans of Beth and Randall, because baby, when they first started off, they took me. I was getting mad, and then it all came together. So I was kind of happy about that. So we start off with everybody filling up their cups of coffee. I'm not really a coffee drinker, y'all. Like if I do drink coffee, which is, heck, it's been 20 years now since I think I had a cup of coffee. Was Kenneth born? I think the last time I remember having a cup of coffee, I was still in the military. And then I only had coffee like once a winter. So like, because when I drink coffee, it's pretty much, I'm drinking milk and sugar with a little bit of coffee added to it. That's pretty much what it looked like. It'd be so damn light skinned. So everybody, I don't know, people find comfort in a cup of coffee, in a cup of joe. People find comfort in that. I think like, yeah, no. Anyway, Beth looked like she in a new little fancy, smancy house and everything. Living single, it seems. I was like, oh God, they did it. They fucking did it. I'm not sure, like, I wasn't sure if this was before or after they were supposed to go see Rebecca. Because remember, at the end of one episode, Beth was like, we're going to see Randall's mother. And she had asked her assistant to give her a pin and tail on the donkey game that was in her office. And I was wondering, I was like, dang, I wonder how did Beth become the owner of that doggone studio? She went from working there to actually owning it. So I was like, damn. Oh, she running the things. Maybe she partnered with the lady or something like that. So Becca puts the game on the table, and then she opened up the cabinet. Well, not she didn't. She didn't open up the cabinet. She just popped in her little Keurig, I think that's what it was, and made her some coffee. And then we reflect back to present day, and she's getting coffee there as well. She opened up the cabinets and see a mug with Randall's face on it. To my, he's a rad dad. And the expression on her face gave me so much worry. So much worry. I was like, girl, Beth, you are not this salty over nothing. You are not this salty over the choices that you made in life. Because you're blaming Miranda for them. You're not this salty. I'm really surprised that last week a lot of you guys saw my point of view. I was like, they're going to be mad at me. I think I got 1 thumbs down on the video. I was like, they're going to be mad at me. And there were some good points put out there as far as why Beth had did the things that she did. However, I still just felt that this was all the issue started with Beth. This issue started with Beth from her upbringing. Because, her mama silenced her voice anytime that she wanted to have an opinion all the time. It was her mama's way or the highway, even though daddy tried to interject. So she brought that into the relationship. So even though she felt like she was doing it to save her marriage, I guess that's what her daddy did. Her daddy, tried to speak up to the mama for the most part, but for the most part, the mama got her way. And so that's how it looked like she was doing with Randall. She had the thoughts and the feelings and opinions. And then Randall would say something, and it wasn't like he was forcing her to do it. He wouldn't manipulate her to say it. But Beth went along with it anyway. Maybe that's what that stemmed from. But no, that wasn't. They couldn't put that on Randall. You couldn't put that on Randall. You need to speak up. If you're in a relationship like that today, speak up. It may get a little tense, make it a little hectic in a relationship, but you need to find your voice. Don't let somebody else's idea of happiness be yours. You have to find your own happy as well. And what works in a relationship is when both of those happies come together and they work together. One shouldn't overshadow the other. You shouldn't give up all your hopes and dreams for somebody else, and then you be bitter that you did that. I mean, that's exactly what's going on with Kevin right now in this too. But I think I'm jumping ahead. So I was wary, though, when they showed this scene that they kept focusing on Beth's right hand. So you never saw her ring. But in the end, when they brought her back from drinking the coffee cup and present day, they made sure they focused on that wedding ring. They did it a few times. I don't know if y'all noticed that. They did it a few times. So anytime it's a present day, they made sure that all her scenes were cut showing her wedding ring. But in the future time, they never showed her ring. They always kept that hand oblivious to us. I be trying to peep shit out like that. So anyway, Randall, he's at the office making him a cup of coffee himself, you know. He gazes upon his wedding photos and he's looking very hurt and bitter. Back in LA, little Jack is 2 weeks old now, and Becca is getting on Kate's last and every nerves. Oh my goodness. She come in with a special cup of decaf for Kate and, you know, some regular coffee for Toby. And she's basically trying to tell her about the caffeine going through the breast milk and this, that, and other. I was like, she's already running her life. And she's being a little bit overbearing. I'm like, you're there to help mom, not to take over. So anyway, up in New York, Zoe is making coffee, fresh brew, slow perk. I think that's what that may be. Anywho, Kevin says, you know, doing stuff like this is what we need to do. This is what I like. You know, we couldn't do stuff like this if we had a little screaming baby around. I was like, Kevin, really? You still thinking about that baby, sir. You still thinking about that baby. And Zoe's like, do we need to talk about this again? Kevin don't want to ruffle no feathers because Kevin needs this relationship to work. If this relationship doesn't work for him, Kevin will feel like he's a failure in life. You know, he can't keep a woman. He couldn't keep a job. You know, he back on top as far as his movie is concerned, but he back to drinking. You know, he fell off the wagon for that. He can't hold shit together. So this the one thing in life that he needs to hold together is this relationship. I really think that they're both in here for convenience. I don't know why Zoe's sticking around. I don't. I think like they just both just want to prove everybody else wrong and say they couldn't do it. I think that's what it is. Neither one of them is 100% committed to me. Well, back in the day, Becca is rolling down the street, jamming in the car. You know how we do. She drinking her cup of coffee. Is that mug bigger than her whole damn head? She started drinking. I was like, girl, can you see around that mug? She looks down on the floor and notices some of her groceries fell out the bag. And she decides to reach down on the floor. Oh my gosh. To pick up these damn peaches, baby, let them stay on the floor. They weren't going no damn where. You're going to wash them off anyway before you eat them. They on the floor of the car. It ain't like they rolled out the door. Lead them down. Baby, she reached down. She didn't bother to slow down. Didn't bother to slow down at all. The pictures done rolled all the way to the front. She looked up and bam! Right into the back of a doggone station wagon. I was shook. I was totally shook. I realized that almost every time something major happens to them, they are always doing something for Kate. That's interesting. Well, anyway, little Jack, he is breathing on his own, y'all. I was so freaking proud. I'm like, Toby, I am so proud of you for doing something so basic. Oh my God, I was so happy for little Jack. You know, the doctor is trying to keep them abreast of everything they need to look out for because he's not used to breathing. Like, you need to tap him a little bit to startle him if he stops breathing on his own. It's apnea. She never got to discuss what the heck, you know, the bradycardia was in detail to them and what steps to look out for. Because Becca had questions. But Becca's questions was getting on Kate's nerves. She was like, look, I need to know this information. You're cutting us off. Becca had a whole damn notebook. A whole freaking notebook. Like, hey. Now, what I appreciate about this doctor, that regardless of whatever questions Becca threw at her, this doctor took the time to explain it. And you could tell she was in kind of rush because she had other patients up in the NICU that she had to take care of as well. But the doctor took time to explain it, unlike the labor and delivery doctor who was telling Miguel stay off the internet. I appreciate this doctor right here. Randall, he heads home and he sees his Fab Four for the first time. Well, it may not be for the first time, but they having breakfast together. And one of the Fab Four don't seem happy to see him, and that would be Beth. I mean, she wouldn't even say hello to him if he hadn't stopped her and said, hi. Oh, hi. You know what I'm saying? And not only is she teaching classes, she doing a double tonight. So she asked Kevin and Zoe to come from New York. Kevin and Zoe to watch the girls for them. I mean, that's a big jump, but okay. Deja, she got a debate meet. Something that she had never done before. There's something new. And I say, here we go again. Why are these kids got so many activities that they're involved in? Cut back on some of that shit and that would cut back on some of y'all problems. She just added something new on top of what they already got going on. So Randall was there to take her to her debate thing. Anyway, Randall wants to talk to Beth later to see how they could work through things. And Beth is says sure, but then she added, she don't see how they're going to get out of this. You know, I don't see no doorway to us getting better. And Randall's face looked like mine. It went from, like, you just going to douse my hopes and dreams like that? I'm talking to you. I want to talk to you about making things better for us. And you telling me I don't see no way out of this. I'll talk to you. But I was like, Beth, really? Come on, girl. Ooh. So anyway, I had told y'all last week to watch Acrimony. It's on Amazon Prime right now for free if y'all want to watch that. So check out Acrimony. In that movie, you can see a relationship that somebody was truly steamrolled, on top of the fact, not only was she steamrolled, she laid her ass down in front of the doggone thing, let it roll over her. She was, both of them was fully responsible for everything that happened in that movie. That's a steamroll type of relationship. Well, Tess was like, Pops, you sleeping here tonight when we come back? You know, he can't really answer that. So he tell her maybe. I'm going to check with J1 and see how my schedule go. And Miranda, you already told Beth that you was not sleeping elsewhere. You only left that night to go sleep in Philly because you said you couldn't look at her face right now. But you could bring your ass home. Beth may be a little bit upset, but there's no reason that you can't be home. Bring it on home. Don't make it seem like Beth put you out, because she did. Bring it ass. If you that worried, that concerned, be mad at the house together. I know y'all try to keep it out the spotlight of the kids, but trust me, them kids know what the hell is going on. You see how Deja and Tess peeped that shit. You ain't going home. Okay, anyway, on to the debate. Deja asked, so, when did you and Beth forget how to communicate with one another? And she's like, I see it, Tess, see it, told you. And she's like, I don't know why parents think that they can hide things like this. And, I mean, he ain't been home all this time. The tension hella fucking thick around her. But, okay. I don't know if it was just me. But when the girls came down and got Zoe, when Zoe and Kevin came over to watch them, Kevin had that look of hope in his face, right? And I was like, no, Kevin. The girl asked you, were you sure? You clearly aren't sure. You let it go. It's so fucking selfish of you to be lying to her like this. It's so fucking selfish. It's so typical of a fucking Pearson. But anyway, Becca and Miguel, they found this cute little place like 5 minutes from Kate and Toby. And Kate is like, nice, but why not Santa Monica? You know what I'm saying? Because it's an hour away, girl. She want to be close to you. That's the whole point of them moving out there, to help you. But I understand, Kate. I understand sometimes. Anyway, at home with little Jack. Not with little Jack, with Big Jack. He is really feeling the absence of Becca in the presence of her having an accident. And in present day, Kate is really feeling her presence. It's like, I guess Becca is so used to being there all the time for the family, for the kids, that she inserts herself. And sometimes it's more than what the other person may need it. But I was surprised that the kids had so many fears about the car accident. They said she got run over, she got brain damage, all that kind of stuff. The kids be saying the darndest thing, but that damn corn sandwich that Jack made, a corn sandwich, probably from a can of corn too, probably no fresh corn, a corn sandwich, that this is something he used to have when he was kids. I was like, what the hell? Now, growing up, I had syrup sandwiches, don't let you know that. Almost like pancakes. I had the bread and butter with the salt and pepper on it. I used to love that. I love that. Recently, I just had a barbecue sandwich with no meat, just the barbecue sauce and onions. For some reason, that tasted good. I don't remember why. Oh, because my meat fell out. My meat fell out, so I just ate the rest of it, and it was really good. But never a corn sandwich. Never a corn sandwich. Spaghetti sandwiches, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, what is a crazy food that you had growing up that we were like, girl, really? Drop your crazy food. Oh shit, something fell and it just got my eye. I ain't got no spider or nothing. Oh shit. Drop a crazy food that you used to eat growing up in your household or that you may still eat now. You know, we go through a lot of like food, you know, crazy things when we pregnant sometimes, but just like on a regular basis, like right now, I'll go downstairs and make me a butter, salt, and pepper sandwich real quick. I love the way that tastes on bread. Not toasted either. No, I just love it. Anyway, with the kids, Kevin learns from Tess that Randall and Beth, that the R&B record is skipping, that they can't even put a quarter on the needle to make it stop right now. It just seemed like we're going to have to throw that record away in a minute. And it's not looking good. And I'm glad that they went back to Tess and her issues and her understanding, her feelings when it comes to her sexuality. And actually, it's not just her sexuality. I think that's the whole point of the conversation they had. It's not just going to be about who you're sexually attracted to. It's all the other issues and the fears and concerns that you come with being different from the average person. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, I had a friend that when she came out, she posted on Facebook once upon a time that what kind of books that she could read to learn how about being gay. And my first response was like, I mean, a lot of other people answered and they gave us some books and stuff to read, a lot of her other gay friends. And I was like, none, just be yourself. But that's easier said than done. More easier in this society now than it was back when she did it. They wanted to say it was like 2009. It was a lot harder for people to come out, especially in the Black community, to say that they are gay. I say it's a lot easier now, but it's still difficult. And I was just like, be yourself. But that's like I said, that's easy for me because I had never had anyone tell me that being straight was immoral or sin or wrong, you know. But up until now, like nowadays, I get so many people tell me how I ain't open-minded because I don't want to have sex with the same gender, or I don't want to date a man who is bisexual. So now I'm the one that's closed-minded and shit at this point in time. Fuck it, I'm just going to be closed-minded. I don't think that just because I understand and accept you, I can't even say the life you choose, just you. Some people are choosing this shit. I'm just telling you right now, some people are choosing. But just the average person who this is the way that they've always felt in life, because I accepted that means that the way that I live my life, I should have to change it too. That I should be, you know, just fluid. Let's get off that topic. Anyway, if I had a dime for all people that told me that I wasn't open-minded because I don't want to date outside my race too, on top of not date outside my sexual orientation or date my sexual orientation, how's that work? Sleep with a woman, put it like that. If I had a dime for anybody that told me that shit, or that I won't date outside my race, then I would be a rich motherfucker. I would be a rich bitch right now. Okay, so anyway, I'm running out of time. Okay, 7 minutes, good. So, but anywho, I didn't want to make this about me. Let's make this about Tess. The concerns that Tess had, I thought were so valid and so real. Like, what am I going to wear? Does what I wear change, like, how am I supposed to be? Am I supposed to go find gay friends now? Things like that, you know. I do notice that a lot of my gay friends now only stick with gay people. So that's a real thing. I was like, really? It's weird because, like, growing up, they've always been my friend, and we hung around everybody. And now that they have came out, they've separated themselves from the everybody that they knew and just, you know, find more, because I think it's because they find more comfort in being around more people that are more like them. Same thing like with race. I know white people. I'm cool with white people. I hang with a couple, but overall, my conglomerate of community of friends is Black. That's just who I'm comfortable with. I'm cool with for the most part, but I can cool and kick it with anybody. But that's just the majority. You know what I'm saying? So same thing. I hate to compare being Black and being gay, but there are a lot of similarities. I just have to be honest about that. So anyway, but I love how Kevin addressed it. He told her basically, you know, you ain't got to figure it all out now. You know, you got a whole lifetime to figure out who you are. And it may come to you a lot quicker than others. It may be a little bit slower. You're going to find pieces of yourself in every moment in your life. Just be you. Just be you. So Beth, boss, comes up to her and says, you know what, hey, somebody's sick. I need you to work Sunday morning class now. And because, you know, Beth only supposed to work evenings and nights. And without thought, she just says, yes, I can do it. I was like, damn, Beth, what about that tight-ass schedule y'all got back at the crib? You know, it seems so weird that they able to work this shit out and do it easily now that they're not together. Then they can do it when they're apart. Was that backwards? They can't work it out when they together, but well, now that they're apart, they can figure this shit out. She just gonna work, just pick up nothing. But one thing the lady said to Beth that, oh, no worry, it's gonna be just like 4 women who try to lose weight, but they probably never lose it anyway, and they ain't got no rhythm. And that really touched Beth in a way. She looked around and saw all the women in class, you know, with their slender bodies and everything, and Beth was feeling like, So I guess we're finna back around to weight issue, because we haven't dealt with weight a lot since Toby and Kate got married. With the exception of the baby and the process of trying to have the baby. But now we get to see it from another point of view. So I just love how this is sometimes hits on these topics. So anyway, Beth, Deja's debate class. Maybe turned out this wasn't a class at all. This was a lesson for Randall. This was a plan to get Randall to understand whatever is wrong between him and Beth, he need to fucking fix it. You hit the lottery, bro. God blessed you twice. Blessed you with the Pearson family, then blessed you when they brought Beth into your house. Don't act like you don't appreciate it. Learn how to appreciate those blessings that you have. I was like, look at Deja still being a parent. Look at Deja, because Randall felt that shit. She felt that. Kate finds Beckham notebook at the hospital, and she has everything written down. She had already put Becca out of she didn't put Becca out of the hospital, but she told her that she would smother her, pretty much. So Becca decided to leave the hospital, but she left a notebook there. Last week, somebody put in the comment section, and now I'm going to tell you, I didn't remember your name on purpose because I didn't want to be mad at you specifically. But y'all put in the comment section that y'all read on a blog somewhere that Becca was going to have Alzheimer's. So that could probably explain why she's going to be writing down everything to help herself remember. Because a lot of times when people have Alzheimer's, they actually are aware that they are going through the process in the beginning. Well, y'all, please, I'm going to say this gently. Do not give me spoilers on future episodes that y'all read in the blog, that y'all saw on a preview. If you have any guesses about something that's going to happen, let it be your genuine guess based off of what we watched. But please don't give me spoilers. That infuriates my soul. You may notice that sometimes I will skip over your comment and not even address it if you put down there. Sometimes I get people that put in the comment section, I know you don't like to watch the previews, but I wonder if I can turn my alarm off. I know you don't like to watch the previews, but, and then they put the spoiler, and then I just be so fucking mad. It's like, now I read everybody's comments, now I don't read the fucking comment. So please don't do that. Please don't do that. I'm just asking y'all, if I ask y'all a question in the recap, please make it your best educated guess. I like for us to discuss what we think and feel based off of what we saw, not based off of next week's previews or what somebody else leaked about the show. So when Randall called Jaywan and asked about whether or not he could resign, that was something else somebody put in the comment section. I was like, it had no impact on me because I already knew it was coming. So, but what do y'all think he should do? Let's go ahead and answer the question. What do y'all think he should do? I wanted him to still run even when Beth told him not to. So resigning, no, that's not something I want him to do. I don't think he should. Despite all this turmoil, I still don't think that he should quit. Quit and do what? What you gonna do? I mean, you damn sure can't survive on Beth's income. Plus, there would be so much resentment, I think, between the two of them, even though they say it's not, that it's going to tear them apart. I'm like, move. Pack up. Move closer to Randall's job. Put the girls, I'm already talking about cutting down some on the girls' activities. Do that. Let's cut back on some stuff. That's some solutions that we can have, because right now they haven't came up with solutions. They just been bitching about everything that they gotta do. So, Kevin, boy, your behind wants kids. You want kids because everything that you see Zoe doing around this house with a child, you get so excited like, and then you sat down and fixed your lips and said, you know, my mama didn't want kids either. She changed her mind. Baby, you just lost Zoe right there. She was like, how fucking unfair and selfish is that, Kevin? Zoe, if you know your woman, Zoe don't seem like the type who gonna change her mind easy. You barely got her. That took pulling some damn teeth, legs, and everything, some hair out, some follicles, just to get her to agree to be with you. Something that she didn't want to do. Now you're gonna try to make her have a baby too. The girl don't want kids, child. You don't want kids. Oh my God, it was so out of pocket of you. It was so out of pocket of her to even settle down with your ass. So back at the crib, Randall's sitting there waiting on Beth. Beth ain't there. She ain't there. Where the fuck is she? On her way to Philly. I was like, is she gonna go meet him in his office? Like, you see both of them two minds working together. But no, he told her he wanted to have a talk when he got back. So where's Beth going? Anyway, Beth, it was a lady Beth met with, you know. And she was like, you know, tell me about you so I can learn about what I need to know to help you out. And then Beth started speaking about Randall and his job and his commute. And I was confused. And then she said, okay, well, let me show you some places. I was like, yes, they gonna move. Beth is looking into relocating. I got so fucking excited. That was one of my ideas. I was like, oh, yes. But I didn't think at first that this was going to be something that they would do because, remember, they were so concerned about uprooting Deja. They wanted to make Deja be stable. But Deja is more stable than y'all know. You know, she didn't want change, but she's more stable. Deja's grown. That's a mature young lady. She is really growing up on this show. I think she's supposed to be like 13 when she first came. She looked like she's about 16, 17 now. Anyway, the kids need to learn about how to adapt to change. They need to learn it. But problem is Randall gonna actually quit. Like, you doing this and then he quitting at the same time. It's like, oh, come together, y'all. Come together right now. I forgot what the last two words were. Oh, whatever. So anyway, the kids come in and they tell Jack that they can't sleep. Because Becca, no, it was Freddy Krueger in Randall's dreams. Randall came in and told him about and scared everybody. And Jack is like, let's go to the hospital. He can't sleep either. And I was like really put off by this. Like, come on, y'all really need to learn how to adapt. But Jack was at the hospital telling that nurse, look here, we don't do good without my wife. We don't do good apart. You know, they can visit hours. I was in starting shit. It's too early in the morning. Kids shouldn't be in the hospital anyway at that age. I think they put a restriction. It's kids under 12 ain't supposed to be in the hospital anyway. And she know Becca had already sent her home, but Jack like, my wife don't do good without us either. We don't be apart. That's not how this family is. We stay together. Well, back in Becca's house, Kate's house, Becca apologized for overstepping. And Kate telling her, no, it's not you, it's me. You did everything right. I keep comparing myself to you. I don't know if I'm going to ever measure up to being the mother that you are. Like, you are like a magical unicorn and shit like that. And that really touched Becca in a special way. You know, she want her to stay. She happy she going to be there. She's like, I want my son to know the magical person that is you. So Kevin and Zoe finally had a talk about the kids. Like, she is not going to change her damn mind. Kevin, however, is still thinking she could do it. She could do it. You know, I know you said this, but I chose you. Okay, come on, Freddie. So this is Freddie and Jeannie Mai all over again. Like, you made the wrong choice, is what Zoe told him. Like, you was hoping that I'm going to change my mind, and I'm not. And so Kevin's like, you sure you really don't want kids? No, I don't. Not ever. I want to be the cool ass auntie who really a cousin. But yes, that's what I want. And so I'm thinking that Kevin is going to try to go back with Sophie. Y'all let me know if y'all think that too. I think Kevin's going to try to go back with Sophie. But anyway, Beth comes home and finds Randall sitting there waiting. He looks a little bit agitated. And he tells her about Deja, you know. And then he says, you know, I'm going to resign. And Beth said, no, we're not. We going to move. Randall went through the whole list of why nots, you know. That's not going to work. We don't want to uproot the kids. We don't want to do this. We got this house. Beth said we can sell this house. We don't put a lot to it. We don't had all our hopes and dreams. We got married in this house. We got memories here. Move. Make new memories in the place that you want to be in. Make new memories. Beth even say she gonna open up her own dance studio. So that answered my question from the beginning. I said, how did Beth don't get to be the owner of this dance studio? How did she partner with these people? She didn't. She decided to open her own dance studio. I was like, hi. So that was one of the spaces that she viewed. So that new little swanky house that we saw in the beginning, that we opened up in the show, I was like, okay, so are they throwing us for a loop again? Did they really still get divorced later on? No. Randall came through the door, baby. This is their house. And it got to be bigger than the one that they had, because this, I mean, they walked through that month like it was a maze. That was a huge house. Somebody doing good. I think Best Dance Studio, somebody is doing good. Okay. It's their home, y'all. They still together, still there making coffee. But when they got ready to move before, you could see Annie's face. She wasn't happy. Tess was like, oh, I'm so weary. I'm so weary. But little Jack, he got to come home, y'all, for the first time. And little Jack is alive in the future because he coming to the house too. Apparently, Becca is already at the house. So everybody's coming there. Toby showed up, and they were surprised that he showed up. And they had spoke to little Jack, and Jack said that they was on their way. So it seems that Kate and Toby aren't together, as we suspected the first time. I kept thinking Kate was dead, but it seems like Kate and Toby, I don't know. He just said they're coming up. They're on the way up. We never saw Kate in this house. We never saw Kevin in his house. So is Jack with Kevin? Did Kevin raise Jack? I got all kinds of stuff. Kevin might have raised Jack. I still, for some reason, think Kate passed away. I don't know why I think that. And I think that's what sent Toby through a depression. Hopefully I'm wrong. But Kevin and Kate, we never saw them walk into the doors to come see Becca. And Randall heads back to the back. But Becca was looking bad. Becca was looking bad, y'all. Oh. I wonder what happened to Kate and Kevin. Because Kevin, at the end of the show, moved back out to California. He didn't move in with Kate, but he did move back out to California too. Him and Zoe broke up. Zoe packed up her shit and left. I'm like, okay, she left, so why the fuck Kevin moved too? They just get, I guess they didn't own the place together. She ain't moving in with him. That's weird. Okay, but anyway, he moved back to California. But in the future sequence, Kevin didn't walk through those doors. We saw little Jack. Toby had went out to get something to eat, but we didn't see Kate or Kevin. And like I said, when Randall walked back in the room to see his mom, I was expecting to see Miguel. He wasn't there either. But who was? Nikki. How did that happen? Everybody in California except for Randall and Beth. But Nikki somehow rejoined the family. I got questions, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about in the comment section. Drop it down there. I am late for going to work again. Y'all have a good day. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is the end of This Is Us. Thank y'all for being here with me through this entire season. Peace.